very good friend, Bart from MercyMe. Buddy, where are you right now?
I am on the bus in Columbia, South Carolina. Columbia. It's
So,
Columbus, Ohio, Columbia, South Carolina. That's where I
can
am.
we talk about the exciting life of bus time? Just
Yeah.
because I don't know that people really grasp how luxurious and how fancy it gets. You know what I'm saying? What is your favorite thing about living on a bus?
We've been together for 25 years, and so it's like
Wow.
it's kind of become our bus has kind of become our safe place. It's
Yeah.
like that one place where no one else is allowed in, and we
Yeah.
can just kind of be ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
Partly because of the smell, hun. People just don't want to,
sure.
they don't want to get on that bus with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
let's not get on the bus with you guys. And you guys are doing a ton of traveling, my friend, because I know that you're going to be coming to the Dickies Arena. It's the Imagination Tour. Do you just, I have to believe that as Texas boys, you guys go, all right, we're headed home.
I definitely do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and for a couple of reasons. Like our family, we have so many kids. Our family doesn't travel a ton with us anymore, but I'm hoping to snag a bus for my. Like I've got 5 kids, so it's
Yeah.
almost a whole bus in itself. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to have my own bus that weekend because they all want to come home and see our family. So
Yeah.
I'm using that as my excuse to get off this smelly bus onto
Yeah.
another one for at least a weekend. So
So, knowing that you've got 5 kids, knowing that it's a challenge. It's a challenge to be on the road and your kids are not necessarily with you. How do you connect best with your family when you're not there?
Uh, I, I don't do it really well. Like I'm usually it's through
Really?
text more than anything. Like yeah, I don't talk on the phone a lot. I'm not a big phone talker, but
That
with
surprises
my
me.
yeah, I used to be, but I don't. When I'm on the road, I'm not. Let's put it that way. With my kids, it's texting for sure. Like that's their whole world, and so it usually happens there. I'll talk to my wife on the phone, but talking to my kids on the phone. My little kids, they're an exception to the rule. But talking to a teenager, I'd rather have a root canal. so but yeah, so that's my biggest way of staying connected is that we just started doing less shows. Like we took our whole summer off, as long as we've ever taken off in our whole career, and
I know.
just to be home, and it was unbelievable. And so we're never gone from home more than like 4 days at a time is the most we're ever gone. So it's not too bad.
Phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, so how does that look like as a band? I mean, did you guys all just sit down one day and go, yeah, 25 years and we got to maybe make some changes? What happened? When did it happen? And who led that charge?
Honestly, I tried to quit about 4 years ago, and I was just done. And it was right after, maybe it was longer. Now it was probably 5 or 6 years ago. It was right after Hurt and the Healer was happening, and then Welcome the New was about to come out, and I just was like, man, I just don't think I can do it anymore.
Yeah.
And we realized we were kind of all in the same place, and we are like, well, let's try to fix what's broken. And I went to my wife and I was like, in a perfect world, like what would be manageable? And we were like, for some reason we just thought, let's do about 60 shows a year and that's about it. And so that's what we did. And we've stuck to it for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's been amazing. It's been, life changing for us. And then we do whatever we can. If our kids do want to come out on the road with us, then we make room for them any way possible. Like getting a bus for my family or whatever. There's never been a moment where we'll ever tell them no. Although they don't, my boys will want to come every day if they could.
Yeah.
My girls are like, this is the grossest place ever. So yeah.
It's the smell. So I know that, all of you guys, having been together for such a long time, it's really funny sometimes connecting with you is because I genuinely feel like I've known you for a very long time. I mean, we have had some crazy
You have known me
conversations.
for a very long time.
And it's really funny. I remember the first time I looked at you and said, dude, I'm going to be a grandma. And it really seemed to surprise you. Like it was one of those, you were like, wait, what? And it's you realize. So take me to the oldest in your family, the oldest kid, and let's talk about your youngest. So let's give some ages there.
All right, Sam is 17. He's graduating this high school this year.
That is crazy to
And,
me. That is crazy
yeah, I know.
to me.
And then Gracie is 14. Charlie is 13. Sophie is 10, and Miles is 8.
I remember talking to you when your son was born, your first kiddo. And I remember your face was both, excited, but a little concernicus. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Yeah.
we're doing that.
What's crazy with Sam is that Sam's got an unbelievable voice and an amazing guitar player. And so he's been playing during our shows whenever he comes out on the road. We did Red Rocks in July and there's 10,000 people there. I was like, hey, do you want to, he went, his Christmas present was I'll send him in the studio, and he recorded Because He Lives. And he does all these covers on his Instagram account, and they're unbelievable. I didn't know he could sing until 2 years ago. He'd never let me. And I found it on Instagram and like started sobbing because it's so good.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was like, he doesn't really ask to sing. And so if he's out on the road, I'll go, hey, do you want to come and do one or whatever? So Fort Worth, I'm trying to get, he'll be up there singing, I'm sure, just because there's gonna be so much family there and they've never seen him sing in person.
Oh my gosh, your family's gonna cry. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of what that would look like, that if I'm, still by the grace of God, at KLTY and playing songs for people, I'm trying to think of what that's going to feel like to play your son's song on the radio station. I mean, seriously, just trying to think of what that would feel like. And it's just, I don't know, there's certain legacies, that we have in our lives that you just hope and pray you did it right and that you can see something come to fruition.
I don't know if I got it from him, or I just assumed that as far as his, his interest in what I do, half the time your teenager's like, yeah, that's cool, but they don't really show much interest. And then out of the blue, he comes out and he's singing these songs, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? And it's the connection we've had as far as like him, not just like, I'm not really giving much advice. I'm trying to
that would be hard.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
But the amount of advice that he asks for, and he's always wanting my input, and my wife's like, man, he really like your approval or disapproval is the world to him. And that's been pretty crazy, is that it's one thing to be proud. I'm proud when my kids are doing little league when they're 7 and stuff. It's awesome. But when that happened, it was like, oh, like he's taking interest in what, and it's not that he's just taking interest in what I'm doing. It's like he's better than me. Like his voice, everything about it is so good, and he knows like who he wants to be. And he asked me, he goes, we've had labels ask him if he's ready, and he came to me, he goes, what do you think? I said, honestly, I think you're 17. I think you should just keep enjoying making music, because
good for you.
The second you step on stage and people expect you to have something to say, if you're not ready, you'll hate Jesus in 5 years. And so he's like, and he was like,
cool.
Advice. And so
solid advice.
Yeah. Right. So he's just enjoying it. And it's like, he's, somebody said he's going to go to college. I was like, no, I don't think he's going to be going to college, because he knows what he wants. And so I don't really worry about him, but that's been the coolest part about, every one of my kids is like, it's just crazy to watch them turn into these amazing little humans. And so that one, that one's a tough one for me, just because, got my first one graduating, and it's like, I only want to talk about it.
How does that feel? So, I try to talk
it feels awful.
Yeah. I tell parents all the time that I felt like I was grieving all the time, because it felt like everything was the last time. So this is the last time she's going to play this game, or this is the last time we're going to do this event, or this is the last homecoming. This is the last moment. And the weirdest thing is I don't cry. You know me. I'm not a big crier. Dude, I was crying all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know what was wrong. And I would go up to her room when she'd be at school. I would go up and hug her pillow and smell it and just.
Yeah.
And so a friend of mine who was very wise said, oh, hon, and she goes, here's the thing. As parents, we work so hard to get them to this place. We, grow them. We try to make them as strong as they can be. And then we go, okay, here's the nest. There you go.
Yeah.
And you're grieving because you're going to lose them. And that's okay. And the moment she said that, I went, oh my gosh, that's such good truth in my life. So anytime I have a parent that's going, this is your senior year, your first kid, it's okay. There's going to be some weird moments. There's going to be stuff that you cry about. You're grieving a little bit, and that's okay, because it's a really amazing time. This is when they basically say, okay, I need you, but I don't need you anymore. And it hurts. It pulls out a piece of your chest. And you're just like, whoa. You're okay.
The best way I describe it is I got 5 kids, and so I guess it'd be. I'm sure I would still be sad. I'll be sad when my youngest moves out, but when you're really an empty nester, and if you have the ability to travel, that's one thing. But I still got 4 more kids, and so I'm like, I said, man, I said, I'm sad that he's graduating. I said, but it's more like for me, it's like God gave you another adult in the house to like be on your team, and then he's about to leave, and so it's like you're leaving me with all of these kids.
Right. It's like, dude, wait, so, I need you.
I know. Yeah. And so like we have a bar. We're building this barn outside of my house in Nashville, and like it's like a writer's room and has an apartment for my in-laws where they can stay whenever they come and visit us. And Sam was like, when that gets done, I mean, do you think I could just kind of slide over there and kind of move into there? And I was like, dude, my kids can live with me forever. Like I am not the one that's like, I may change that tune eventually, but right now I'm like, yeah. So I literally told my wife, I was like, your in-laws can come visit, but I'm building that so that my oldest son won't leave me.
But I love that. I love the fact that you go, no, you guys are always, this is home.
Oh, totally. Home. Yeah.
It's so funny. My girls haven't been home living with us for a bit, but anytime they talk about stuff, I said, well, are you guys going to come home? It's always home. Good. You look happy. You look at peace. That makes me happy.
Yeah, we're doing really great. By the time we get to Fort Worth, that'll be the last show of the tour, and we'll be off for the rest of the year. So it'll be like in the last day of school for us. We'll be in a great mood. Okay,
very good. I promise I'll show up with some Whataburger.
Yes, please.
Maybe some barbecue. I've got a couple of new sites that I want to talk to you guys about. We'll express some barbecue, kind of thing.
All right, I'm in.
So I'll just bring it. I'll just go, all right, everybody sit down. We're going to do some barbecue here. I do want to suggest that you guys might consider, I know that Crowder built a smoker that he just pulls behind one of the buses. So I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're serious about your barbecue, why hadn't you built a smoker and pulling that thing behind your bus?
Well, we're a little bummed because the slacker, he's not pulling on this tour. So he left it at home, and we're kind of bitter about it. It's all right.
I would be too. I'm like, come on, Crowder, what's going on? So super excited about you guys coming home. And I will say home because it always feels like home when you guys get here. Coming to Dickies Arena Imagination Tour. It is always so good to catch up with you and sending so much love your way, man. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.